This is AFCRDTV and our final scoreline on a cool Tuesday evening at Hayden Road. AFC Rushden Diamonds 1, Tamworth 3. The man of the match is Mitchell White. Well done, Mitchell, but early thoughts about the game.
Yeah, we started poorly. Obviously, we conceded 2 within 3 minutes. Vern's pointed out at half-time. Cartel getting that goal just before half-time gave us that big lift we needed in the second half. We really thought we could come out and give them a good battle, try and get a point off them, try and get 3 points if possible. But yeah, just conceding that goal at the back post to Collard. He's good in the air. We knew that before the game. We were aware of that. And how long we hand up, it was my man at the back post. But I felt hard done by the referee. I thought I got fouled. But we move on. We learn from it, and next time we'll come back better.
Well, exactly, Mitchell. Like you were saying, it was a double whammy for Tamworth to score 2 goals like within a couple of minutes. The first one by Dan Creaney in the 12th minute. You have to give Dan credit there on that shot. It was a great goal. Yeah. But the second goal, only 2 minutes later, by Kyle Finn, that was a bit of a fluky goal, a deflection, I believe. Yeah. And so that one's hard to take there. Yeah, it was hard to take. Obviously, when you can see 2 consecutively like that rapidly, it takes the wind out your sail, really. After the first one, we tried to stay lifted, we tried to stay positive. Second one goes in 3 minutes later, and it's a bit deflating. But we lifted again, like we said, with Cartel's goal just before half-time. And we tried to bounce back, but unfortunately we couldn't today. Going into the game, Tamworth, top of the table, you knew you were in for a big fight in this match. Definitely. But I thought the players, Diamonds, kept their composure even though down 2-0. Yep. Hung in there tough. And like you said, a great goal by Cartel Dawkins, literally the last touch of the ball in the first half. Yep. That had to give you a lot of momentum going into halftime. It
did, yeah. We were saying in the change room, we were absolutely buzzing going into the change room. We thought we'd come out and stick it on them, see what they were about, see if we could take something from the game, like I said. It was a great goal from Cartel, great finish, but we knew Tamworth were going to be a tough side to play. They always are. Great team, great coaches. We've got Peaksy, Tim, Champs. We've got great facilities as well at Tamworth. Yeah. So
the only goal in the second half in the 68th minute by Collard, was that offside or not really a goal, or what was the deal on that one?
It's arguably offside from my point of view. Obviously, it's going to be offside because I thought our player lost the header. Their player knocked it on. He should have been offside. He obviously fouled me as well in the process. I felt like I was fouled anyway, maybe not in the referee's eyes, but like I say, it is what it is. We need to learn from it, maybe win the first one, not give the free kick away in the first place. We need to get better at that, not letting the ball break down as much in midfield and giving silly free kicks away so that can happen, because obviously if we don't give that away, the ball doesn't come in. We know how much of a threat they were in the air, we know how much of a threat Collard was from the off. Oh sure. And we kept giving them silly free kicks to aid that really and get the ball into the box and win headers all the time.
It was a bit confusing on the play. First, it was given as a goal, and then the referee, the linesman, called it off. But then the Tamworth players protested. Yeah. Maybe the art of persuasion, and the next thing you know, it's given as a goal.
I think so.
Did that take the stuffing out of somewhat Diamonds players for the next few minutes?
Yeah, it's tough to say. I think so. A few heads went down, but. We stayed positive. We stayed as positive as we could. We had great play towards the final 5 minutes of the game. We were building up nice in the far corner with Connor, Courtney, myself, Peter, all combining well in the edge of the box. It just wouldn't quite fall for us today. We didn't get enough shots off. We didn't make enough opportunities in front of goal. Maybe decision making was a bit slow in the final third. Maybe we can improve on that at training. Maybe something to work on. But going forward, it does look positive. The changing room is getting more lively. And we can see we're working hard for each other now on the pitch. Like we say, we came off the pitch today. For 9-10 of us were covered in mud head to toe.
Oh wow! Well,
long time in the shower.
Let's see. You're one of the new lads now with Diamonds. Tell us a little bit how it came to be. You were with the academy and also Cookna.
Yeah. So I'm with the under-23s in the scholarship program. Great facilities down at Moulton we have. So we train 3 times a day. So with the 23s, obviously it's a pathway to this first team here. My Saturday football I was playing with Cookno, with Scott Carlin, like Biffa, Bats. So I was playing with them down at Cookno, and then I got my opportunity to come here when Matt Vernon took over as interim. Got to thank Matt Vernon for giving me the chance tonight to get my first, my full debut for the club tonight, and I rewarded him hopefully enough with the man of the match performance.
Sure. Well, I'll throw you a curve, Mitchell. Are you confident going into the France match for England? Have you had time to watch the World Cup?
I am. I've been watching the World Cup. Unfortunately, I've missed a few England games due to football commitments. We trained on the Tuesday night. We played Wales, so I missed that one. But yeah, I'm confident going into the France game. Obviously, people are worried about Mbappe, but we've got Kyle Walker to defend him. You know, most experienced player. I think France should be more worried about Jude Bellingham.
Yeah, definitely.
Rabiot versus Jude Bellingham, who comes out on top there.
All right, so well, good luck in that match. But of course, next game for Diamonds will be away at Needham Market. Yep. So I think confidence is building, and hopefully we'll get a good result against the Market men.
I do hope so. Yeah, it's a long way down in Ipswich, Needham Market on Saturday, but I think we'll be really up for it on Saturday when it comes by kick-off. Hopefully we can build on the performance today. We played good stuff. Like I said, hitting good areas. Final decision making in the final third. We'll be quicker on Saturday. We'll make sure of it. We'll work on it on Thursday.
That's what we need.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Mitchell.
We'll get plenty of shots away.
Cheers.
Get some goals. Thank you.
Well, Matt, another frustrating night at Hayden Road. It seemed like it was going to be a long night after the 15 minutes, but your side battled back into the game. I suppose the real frustration is, the manner of the goals we've conceded tonight.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, we said, I said to the players directly after the second one went in, the next 15 minutes would show a lot of their character. They could either wilt and concede a third and then the game's away from them, but they didn't. And again, it's all about staying in the game. Stay in the game because there is quality. And obviously you saw with our second goal, Cartel's hit a fantastic shot.
We mentioned previously, off camera, how important a good start was, particularly, with some of the starts of Bates games recently, the early goals were conceded. Of course, it didn't help going 2 goals down tonight. But, how important was it that your side, kept their heads against a team who are obviously flying at the top of the table?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's massively important to do it in any game, whether you're ahead, behind, level, and you're trying to nick something. Even though we were 2 down, and again, you can say, 2 early goals, it had a different feeling to me. The 2 games I've been in charge where we've conceded 2 early goals, I didn't like how they went in. One today is a fantastic shot. The second one, yes, we could deal with the second ball a lot better, and the players are openly admitted that. But it's a deflection on another day, it deflects somewhere else, it gets blocked. So it's a different sort of feeling of conceding 2 early goals today, and I didn't feel we were out the game even at 2-0.
Our struggles in front of goal have obviously continued. We did get a great goal with Cartel right on the stroke of half time, but even from open play we don't seem to create an awful lot at the moment. How do you go about addressing that?
I think we were better today going forwards against the best team we faced. 2 very good centre backs, 2 full backs that want to go and engage physically, and I thought we actually did really well going forward. No disrespect to other teams in the league, but I think on a different day against different opposition, the outcome's a lot different.
Going into that second half, we did start the half a lot better. We put a bit of pressure on Tamworth, put a few balls into their box, but I think that the real moment of controversy around 25 minutes from time with that goal with Collard, and it was a weird one because obviously he gave it, then they disallowed it, then never allowed it again. What was your perspective of the situation?
Well, first of all, I thought the first header or the first contact was off a Tamworth player. So if then the linesman's flagged, obviously someone's in an offside position. I tried to speak to the referee out of my sort of own frustrations. He said to me, look, yes, I gave offside, but I wanted to speak to the linesman. And I thought, well, if you've given offside, you're convinced that it came off a Tamworth player. So why then have you changed your mind? Look, I don't know, football's cruel, but also it tends to even itself out over a period of time. So hopefully the players will get one back at some point this year.
It seems to have happened quite a few times this season where you get those moments like that, the opposition players surround the referee and in effect they kind of sway him into making a decision. Is that something that you kind of want to see more from your side a bit?
I'd like them, I don't want them ever to surround the referee like that. Look, the captain can go and speak to the referee. The player that's perhaps involved directly in the incident can speak to the referee. I've got no problem with that. Yeah, look, you've got to ask questions all the time. If you're convinced it's your ball, let them know. Okay, if it goes the wrong way, that's fine. The frustration with players is inconsistencies and not really getting an explanation that they understand.
And just going forward, obviously the league table doesn't make for good reading at the moment. We all know that. Now, whether or not this is your last game in charge, of course we don't know yet, but what do you think the new gaffer coming in has to do to turn things around?
I mean, look, my personal opinion is the lads really got round each other tonight, more than I've seen in a long time. So they've got to build off that. They've got to make sure the lads know that they're going to fight for each other. The new manager has to instill that in them even further and then get them clicking. I said to them, we're going to train Thursday. It won't be a massively tough session, but enjoy each other's company because that will carry you a long way.
It's an early start on Saturday, of course. We travel to Needham Mark, who incidentally were the last team we kept a clean sheet against. So hopefully that's a good omen going into that game.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, look, the aim is 3 points. If I could have took a point before kick-off tonight, maybe I'm considering it. Saturday's 3 points. The aim is 3 points. You know, if we get a point, okay, it's a point, but honestly, I'll be a little bit disappointed. I want them to kick on again. I'm happy that I've seen in the 3 games little steps. Saturday's a big step.
And Needham Market will be expected to win, you know, being the home side. Do you feel like that's more of a pressure on them, that you can sort of say to your players, look, the pressure's not on you in that game?
Look, it will be a pressure on them, but you know, I'm going to demand the players that go out and they go and play and they go to win. All I hear is it's a lovely surface. Well, we've got technically fantastic footballers, and if we can pop the ball around and play, you know, I believe we'll cause them problems.
Well, thanks for your time, Matt. We'll see you on Saturday.
You're very welcome.